Here's something a guy said recently. This dude said, there's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him, and that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever. That guy was you that said that. There's a lot of grown men and women that are still boys and girls because they think someone else is coming to change their life. You say otherwise. What would you say to someone who's still living in that delusion?
Wake up. So I had made the decision that I would either die or I would succeed. There's one thing for the audience, if anyone who's going through it right now, like repeated message that I had to myself over and over again was, I cannot lose if I do not quit. I could choose not to quit. And so if I could just have that, then it meant like it was like this tiny little thing. It's like, if I don't quit, I didn't lose. It just means I still get to play.
This stuff matters because no one's effing coming to save you.
오늘 소개해드릴 분은 1000억대 사업가 알렉스 호모지입니다. 그가 운영하고 있는 집 런치는 매년 1000억 원 이상의 매출을 일으키고 있고 유튜브 구독자 170만, 100 billion 오프의 저자, 그리고 다양한 산업에 투자를 하는 회사도 운영하고 있습니다. 그가 지금까지 걸어온 10년의 여정 속에서 그를 더 단단하고 강하게 만든 멘탈리티에 대해 이야기를 나눠볼까 합니다. 지금의 알렉스는 압도적으로 성공한 사업가로서 다양한 산업에 활동하고 있습니다. 하지만 모든 기업가들이 그렇듯이 그 또한 지금의 자리까지 오는 여정 속에서 수많은 실패와 고통을 견뎌내야 했습니다. 그는 첫 번째 사업으로 체육관을 열었고 단 3년 만에 6개의 지점까지 확장시키며 인생 처음으로 엑시트를 하지만 그 모든 돈은 그 당시 사업 파트너에게 모두 사기를 당하며 갑작스럽게 인생의 위기를 마주합니다.
I spent 5 years building a chain of gyms. So I had 6 locations. And after that, I sold 5 of them. I shut one down. And then I transitioned to doing turnarounds. I got a big payday because I sold my 5 gyms. Big for me, relative. I took all that money and I put it into the next thing. The partner that I had in that next thing ended up taking the money and disappearing, filing bankruptcy, and sending it to his girlfriend in Sweden. So there was no way I could get the money back, and he had filed bankruptcy. There's no course of action for a lawsuit. A lot of people would probably go through that mental situation and think, and I went through this, was thinking, I just wasted the last 5 years. And I had $1,000 left. And it was December of 2016. So I went from like 6 gyms, turnaround business, all this stuff to $1,000. And I was like, this sucks. And I put it all on black. And then it disappears with one spin of the roulette. And so here I am, and I'm like, I have nothing to show for the last 5 years of work.
5년이란 시간 동안 혼신의 힘을 다해 자신이 만든 사업체를 매각한 돈이 모두 사라졌을 때 그는 너무 절망적이었지만 어떻게든 살아야 했기에 그 고통을 피하기보단 받아들여야겠다는 생각을 했다고 말합니다.
And because of this terribleness, I now have something that I can run away from. And then like rather than not looking at the knife or trying to take painkillers to not feel the pain, it's like completely sobering up, taking the knife and twisting it in your own heart and being like, I'm gonna fucking do something about this. If we're heroes in our own story, it's not avoiding pain, it's choosing from the very beginning the alchemy, which is like you have these terrible situations. It's like, and you have the opportunity to turn them into magic. All the growth you're gonna have in a really short period of time simply by twisting the knife and being like, I'm gonna do something about it.
고통을 피한다면 문제는 해결되지 않는다는 거죠. 어떤 상황에 놓여 있던 내가 앞으로 나아가기 위해선 그리고 내가 성장하기 위해선 그 고통을 받아들이고 이겨내는 것이 자신을 위한 선택이라는 겁니다. 물론 그 고통은 말로 표현할 수 없을 만큼 아프겠지만 그는 살아야 했기에 모든 상황을 받아들이기로 했다고 말합니다. 그리고 당시에 그는 여자친구의 부모님 집에 얹혀 살며 지내고 있었고 캄캄한 어둠 속에서 자신의 상황이 나아질 것 같지 않자 이별을 선택하기로 하지만 여자친구는 그를 끝까지 믿어줬고 그것이 자신이 다시 일어설 수 있는 큰 동력이 되어줬다고 말합니다. 자세히 들어보시죠.
And Layla had just got 6 of her friends to quit their job to come do this turnaround business with me. And they were starting 2 days later. From the 24th. So the 26th of December. It was $3,300 a day in cost to have 6 guys out there in the field selling. $3,300 a day that I did not have. And so I'm at her parents' house, like in an extra bedroom. And I was like, I think you should leave me. I think I'm a sinking ship right now. And I would respect you. Like, we're cool if you want to walk away. Like, we're good. Like, I won't think less of you. Like, I would walk away from you right now because this has a very high likelihood of not going right. Didn't think we were gonna go here. She believed in me. And I think that's what most guys want. Truly.
He changed your life.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How did she change you?
She has brought out the absolute best in me.
당시 알렉스는 상황이 좋지 않았지만 그럼에도 자신에 대한 믿음은 잃지 않았었습니다. 하지만 상황이 너무 좋지 않아서 당시의 여자친구에게 피해를 줄까 하는 마음에 이별을 택하려고 했지만 그녀는 그의 비전에 대한 확고한 믿음이 있었기에 함께 여정을 하기로 선택합니다. 그렇게 알렉스는 자신을 진심으로 믿어주는 사람이 있다는 사실에 더 큰 책임감이 생겼고 그날부터 모든 문제들을 해결하기로 결정을 내립니다.
I had nothing. You know, like for her to have that kind of belief was very it was deep. As soon as you get shut down from a processor, it's like a black mark. It's like going bankrupt for credit cards. They're like, oh no, something's weird. They just won't. They have other people they can process the money for. Finally, I get like a high risk processor that does like porn and casinos and stuff to like give me. And they're like, yeah, so it's going to be like 8% processing and we're going to hold 10% as like safeguard. And I was like, Jesus, okay, yes. And they're like, and we can only give you $50,000 as your limit. And I was like, I need like 200. And he's like, well, and I got this on the 29th of January. So this whole time, 3,300 a day is running on this card and I have no money and I have no way to process it. And 29th of January, I can run 50 grand. I run 50 grand in a day. And he's like, but it's by month. He's like, so February 1st, you can run another 50. So February 1st, I run another 50. That 100 covers my costs from the month before. And then I get 2 more processors for 50. Boom, boom, run those. And I was able to like start moving things around. And at the end of February, we'd made like a $30,000 profit. It's like, okay, I think we might be out of this. The next month we did a little bit more and I was like, okay, I think this is working. I made more profit the next 12 months than I made in the last 5 years times like 5. The thing that was the outcome of those 5 years was me and the skills and the experiences that I possessed through going through it. And so whatever the next mountain that you're trying to climb is, of course it's going to be higher, but it's going to require you to go through the smaller mountains to get to that point. The more able you are, the more able you realize you can become. That's why since that moment where I lost everything, and then I was able to make more in the next 12 months, I realized that no work is wasted because I am the output of the work, not the outcome. And that was one of the biggest frame shifts for me in never thinking that work is wasted because the more I work, the bigger my work ethic, the more my work capacity increases. And the thing is it doesn't actually matter if it is your fault, but it is your problem. And so you have to solve it because no one else will. That allows you to actually do something about it.
결과에만 집착하는 것이 아닌 과정에 집중을 해야 성장할 수 있다는 거죠. 과정 속에 성장이 있고 결과는 알아서 따라올 것이라는 겁니다. 그리고 더 중요한 건 내 앞에 놓인 문제들을 제대로 바라보지 않고 정부 탓, 사회 탓, 친구 탓, 부모 탓을 해봤자 문제는 해결되지 않고 상황은 더 안 좋아진다는 겁니다. 여러분들이 어떤 상황에 놓여 있던 중요한 건 여러분들 자신입니다. 억울하고 분한 상황일지라도 죽을 만큼 힘이 들더라도 포기하지 않고 버티면서 앞으로 나아가기로 결정한다면 더 강하고 멋진 자신을 마주할 것이라는 거죠. 멘탈 테이프라는 채널을 시작한 지 벌써 8개월이라는 시간이 지났습니다. 사실 이 채널을 시작할 때 어쩌면 제 인생에 있어서 가장 어두웠던 시기였기도 했습니다. 하지만 돌이켜보니 그 시간이 참 소중한 시간이었다는 것을 이제야 조금씩 느끼고 있습니다. 여러분들과 함께 인생이란 산을 올라가는 동행자가 되겠다는 약속을 지키기 위해 앞으로는 조금 더 많은 영상과 다양한 콘텐츠들을 올리겠습니다. 긴 영상 시청해주셔서 진심으로 감사합니다.